accused as Shareeq. Shareeq is a native of Shimoga, and Shareeq was also involved in writing on the wall in Mangaluru and was accused as well. He was arrested and was in jail for 8 months. 8 months. We have some headway when it comes to the probe of the Mangaluru blast. We're getting you all the details here. Remember, the NIA team has already reached the explosion site, but what we can tell you, viewers, and this is fresh updates coming in, but the cops have made some progress and they have identified the Mangaluru bomb blast accused. The name is Shareeq. Now, Shareeq is a native of Shimoga, and Shareeq was also involved in writing on the wall in Mangaluru. Let's go to Prajwal. Prajwal is getting us most details. Prajwal, this is a very big lead and a very big headway also made while the investigation continues behind what happened in Mangaluru that night yesterday. Take us to the details we're learning right now, Prajwal, because we are coming to know the accused has been identified as Shareeq.
Absolutely, Shivangi. Now, the prime accused of the Mangaluru bomb blast has been identified as Shareeq, and this is the very same Shareeq who was wanted by the Shimoga police in respect to the trial blasts which were conducted by the trio of Shareeq, Maaz and Syed Yasin on the banks of Tungabhadra River. And these people's names had come in relation to the Prem Singh murder case on the 15th of August, where one of the accused in the murder case had gone on to state that these three also had helped him to proclaim weapons to stab Prem Singh. So that was the initial lead through. After which the cops had gone on to nab both Maaz as well as Syed Yasin too. But later Shareeq was still absconding and he was still at large. And later, once the police went through all the documents and the electronic evidence which was seized in Shimoga in the laptops of Syed Yasin, who is mainly an electronic engineer, and Maaz, who was a mechanical engineer, both of them were classmates over here. And Maaz's friend was this very same Shareeq who has now been injured and who is who's there in the hospital. He's been identified as Shareeq. So this is the nexus, and this is how the dots have joined by the cops now, who have gone on to finally identify that it is Shareeq who also masterminded this bomb blast which happened in Mangaluru. And it is now being understood that the nature of the materials which was seized by the cops in Shimoga and the nature of the materials which was taken in by the FSL sleuths in Mangaluru are corroborating with each other. So this was one of the main this was one of the major primary evidence in this particular regard to identify that these two were the same who were related to Shareeq as well. And presently, when it comes to Maaz as well as Syed Yasin, both of them are at the Parappana Agrahara, and they had been taken into the criminal custody for a period of 15 days. But later, the court had sent them to judicial custody after they were produced before the district magistrate. Now, coming to Shareeq, Shareeq is said to be the mastermind here, and he was the one who was the financier as well as the fundraiser to go on and obtain all these explosive materials. And in fact, Shareeq was the one who had paid money to both Maaz as well as Yasin to go on and buy explosives as well as relay timers and circuit timers as well to conduct explosions. And also the explosive material which was found there was procured by Yasin. It was the same. It was the very same explosives which Shareeq had brought into Mangaluru city. And we still do not know as to what was the plot that Shareeq had, but definitely it is turning out to be quite deadly, because if he would have gone on to carry out the blast, many innocent lives would have been lost in Mangaluru city. So now the police are waiting. As soon as he goes on and regains consciousness, he will be taken into custody and he will be investigated by the cops. Shivangi.
Right, Prajwal. And as well, Tamil Nadu police has also identified the person whose ID card was used to buy the SIM card used by the suspect in the Karnataka blast case as well, Prajwal. And this person is from Ooty. Can you just take us through the details? Because big breakthroughs are being made right now in the Mangaluru blast case, in which Republic TV is getting every detail of sensational details coming out right now, Prajwal.
Shivangi, when it comes to the person who has been taken into custody from OT, he's already been taken in by a special team from Tamil Nadu to Coimbatore to be interrogated, because now it is being understood that this person by the name of Prem Kumar had obtained SIM cards. Shareeq had gone on to fake his ID cards, stating that he was Prem Kumar, a government employee, a railway employee from Tumkuru, but then the cops found out that these were fake ID cards. So the Aadhaar card belonged to a man in Karnataka who was innocent and who did not know anything. But the person who is being taken into custody in Ooty is under whose name these SIM cards as well as the mobile phones which have already been brought by Shareeq is the one which we understand has been taken in here. Now it is also being understood that cops from both the states are going on and conducting this investigation as well, and the NIA is overseeing the entire operation, because we'll also have to know the fact that the NIA had been monitoring Shareeq as well as Syed Yasin and Maz from 2019 to 2021, and in 2020 this was the very same Shareeq who had gone on to write anti-national writings in Mangaluru on the walls of a famous college, on the walls of a famous private college, and he was taken into custody and he was detained for 8 months, and he was released on bail in February 2021. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Praj, for getting us all the details. So both the accused on your screen right now, big breakthroughs and inputs coming on the investigation in the Mangaluru blast. On that note, let's take a short break. We continue getting the top updates here on Republic TV.